Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Another Axel Scratch here, and we are going to talk a little bit about what a while ago. My fascination with Psychonauts. I really like that game, and usually I don't like platforming games. That game really hit the nail on the head. That for the things I do like about a video game, and it was pretty fun. Now here's the thing though. There's certain dark undertones that are inside Psychonauts that I like to touch up upon. I touched up upon while I was doing my playthrough about what happened in Mia's mind and what happened in her backstory. I'll be doing another video on that later. But right now, I wanted to address one other part that was in the game that I totally did not notice until replaying and looking up again on the internet for this. Is that after trying to get an achievement where you have to read a billboard over and over in Psychonauts. After reading it over and over again, you get to a specific part in it where you read the like a suicide note kind of thing. And I was generally concerned. I'm like, what are they talking about? So I put two and two together afterwards and figured out that it's actually because it says at the end that it was from Clem and Crystal, the two characters that you see in the game that are like cheering you on throughout like a few parts of the game. Yeah, there was one part of it where you see them with poison, and another time you see them on top of the roof. It turns out through this entire time they were sick and tired of being bullied, that they were actually going to commit suicide. I know. I did not notice that this at first. I thought they were evil people. I honestly, the first time when I saw the poison, I thought they were going to kill somebody. I didn't know it was towards themselves. So on a more serious note on this, I was genuinely like, how did I not notice originally? They get they get picked on for being too nice, and then they're about to commit suicide, and nobody notices. The only time when you finally notice about this is like if you put two and two together with the notes from on the billboard and what's going on with the poison and on the roof, or you, at the end, when spoiler alert, if you haven't played Psychonauts or watched my playthrough of it, or you haven't watched anyone else's playthrough of it, spoiler alert. If not, no spoiler alert for you. Good job. You've played the game or you watched the walkthrough, especially mine. Yeah, hint hint. So if you figure out about when you get to the insane asylum, you find brains everywhere. Well, in looking and finding Clem and Crystals, mostly Clem's though, you have to give him back his brain, put the brains back where they're supposed to go. He tells you that they were actually going to commit suicide. And that's like the big nail on the head. That these two characters that were in the game that you thought were cheery and happy were actually going to commit suicide. And that's what I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I did not see that coming. So yeah, there's a little extra that was put into the game. Also, I didn't know they sort of cursed in this game too. Like, I remember there was one part that I found it funny on the billboard that they took out and hose, like those two words that when you put on the subtitles, um, that there's one part of it where Rasputin reads it and it says that thing, but they took it out of the subtitles, but he still says it out loud. It's funny. But yeah, concerning these two characters, I did not notice that at all. So it's like a little secret East kind of sad Easter egg that's in the game. So if you guys wish to find out how to um do that, there's ample FAQs and all that other stuff that you can find on the internet concerning how to get all the brains and where to find all the campers after you put the brains back in, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. So once you put the brain back into Clem and Crystal, you're gonna get a thing where they talk about it. So what some of the questions are gonna be like, what happens afterwards? Well, what happens after you give them the brains? They tell you, and then then they figure out that they can't leave because they shouldn't leave because there's a lot of other people that need still cheering. They need cheering, and if they're gone, who's gonna cheer for them? So after you're done giving them brains, they'll actually cheer for the janitor version of Cruller, though he doesn't like it. But other than that, they're going to be back to their old cheery self, hopefully not committing suicide later. So yes, they were trying to commit suicide, and that's pretty sad. Because even though they're like fictional characters, this kind of thing happens in real life, where a lot of people feel like nobody likes them, they're being bullied a lot, and a lot of people commit suicide, and that's very very sad. And I to all the people that want to commit suicide, I just say don't, please, just please do not do that. That's it's gonna be very sad for everyone. Even if people picked on you, they don't want you to commit suicide. If unless they're really sick in the brain. If they're really sick in the brain, you shouldn't even listen to them in the first place. Um, and please just keep on living. Do not fall into the trap of thinking that if I'm just going to leave, there's no point in being alive. There is a point in being alive. You just need to find it for yourself. You can't let somebody else decide it for you. Okay. That's the end of this. This is like a little extra for Psychonauts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be doing, like I said, another one for Mia's mind thing that's more well known than this one apparently, because I looked up and nobody's made a video on this. But yeah, I hope you guys video, and I will see you guys in the next one.